Hello and welcome back to Diesel Railcar Simulator. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. And in the last video we started at Haverfordwest and went north. This time we're going to be starting at Haverfordwest and going south. This is going to be a semi-fast service stopping at Evertenham. Bear in mind this is a fictional map, and then terminating, there we go, that's the right word, terminating at Hatford Down. On the way we are going to be passing New Mims, Upper Sedano, Batfielden, sure, Tington, Shorncote, Warno Pelham, and Wade. This is going to be a 4-car train, and of course if you have not seen this title before, one of the key things about Diesel Railcar Simulator is the realism of driving diesel locomotives. And this one, just like the other ones that I've been driving, has gears. So I'm going to be working on actually changing the gears, off the throttle, change gear, back on the throttle, and trying to make sure that the passengers are not uncomfortable as I change through the gears, and obviously on braking and acceleration. Make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. This is, as I've mentioned in the last video, this is a great train sim that I think is very underrated and more people need to know about this. So make sure you stay tuned. If you have not come across this before, have a look at this video and see what you think for yourself. Also bear in mind that it is still under active development and there is a lot that still needs to be done, particularly in the modelling of the interior of the cabin. Okay, with everything loaded, we are waiting for a minute at Haverfordwest. I should probably start the engines, so key needs to go in. Well, that's in the wrong spot. Get the gear into neutral. Key can go in, start the engines. There we go. Probably make sure there is some air in the brakes. Release the handbrake, so that's probably a good idea. Air and axle, what does that? Not entirely certain. So for those of you who have not played this title before, it is, as I said, under active development. There's been a lot of improvements on the exterior, but the interior still needs some work. So, for example, this panel is quite generic and used, as I say, used in most trains, I believe. But this is still, it's workable. It's definitely workable. Passengers are still something that you'll never see them on the train. You can hear them now, but you will never see them on the train. Let's put this into forward. I hear the whistle. Give them a bell, put it in gear, and away we go. There we go. Now, it is 10 miles per hour out of this. All of this interface can be customized, parts removed, added, or taken away altogether. It's up to you how you wish to drive your train and how confident you are in the line. It would be nice if there was perhaps an actual map with all the speeds. That would be quite nice. So, these are the speeds that we have. These are the curves, these are the stations, and recognizable, what's the right term for it? There is a term. It's not waypoints. Something recognizable something, and my brain is failing me right now. Not even objects or buildings. let's get this into second gear. There it goes. Get us up to... So we've got a 25 and then... What do we have? A 40 and a 25 again. So I'm not really going to get up to 40 here. I don't think that's quite necessary. Maybe get myself up to 30-ish. There we go. Should move my mouse out of the way. Now all of this I'm doing, it's controlled on my Honeycomb Bravo, all the throttle axes and all of that. That is what I'm using for this. Let's go ahead and ease off the throttle. Might need to use the brakes a little to slow down to 25 for the curve, but I'm hoping that it's going to be very, very little usage. Move the mouse up into the top corner. $30, $29, $28, $27, 26, off we go. Probably drop it to... No, we'll leave it at third. And actually, I've done that better than I did last time. So last time out, I would slow down far more than a couple of miles per hour off. I would end up 10 miles per hour off, or thereabouts. So this is going much better. Clear signal up ahead, clear aspects, but the one after that apparently is red. So I'm going to have to take that into consideration. And as a matter of fact, it is telling me right here on the... Oh no, that's in the opposite direction. Oh. One's gone down. There is a train coming in this direction. As in heading towards me on the next line. Speed ourselves up. Let's get up to 40, although there is another 25 coming. Not sure where. I'm not going to speed up because there is a red signal, and that's going to warn me in a few seconds. There it is. Ready to put the brakes on. Potentially as a thumbnail. Where is it? It's probably around the bend behind the trees or something. Best start putting some brakes on. Oh, I see them. No, it's turned green. I'm sure that's just turned green. Yep, that's green now. So... Although that one is green, apparently there is one right behind it, which is not green. So I'm going to have to wait for that. Is there another train coming? Opposite direction or something? Potentially. I'll keep slowing down. I see that one. That one's quite easy to see, actually. And if you want to zoom in, you can just left click. Now, what's the plan for me here? The plan is just to coast up to it. That's the plan. Hope it goes green. Just coast up to it and hope it goes green. Doesn't appear like that's going to work. That's a shame. That is a shame. Guess I better actually brake. How long do I have to wait here? Waiting for short suburban down 17 to clear the line. Oh, okay. There is a train in front of me. I am chasing a train. Great. And I can press page up to accelerate time and down to restore as it says, but I'm just going to... Oh, there we go. There really would not have been any point if I'd done that. Had I done that, that would have probably lasted a few seconds before I had to bring it back to real time. Let's accelerate our way through. I do find the terrain, the scenery, just everything about this feels, well, almost feels like some part of Britain. Sometimes I think some of the hills, this area certainly looks okay. I think some of the hills are a little incorrect. But in general, this does look very realistic, as I mentioned in the last video. And I do think that this is a title that deserves a lot more attention. Oh, there appears to be another set of red signals. Right, we are chasing a slow train here. Any chance of me overtaking that train though, somewhere? That would be really nice. Warning for having to stop or wait for the next train. So I guess I should probably come off the throttle now if we're just waiting. I'll leave that in fourth. Get ready to put the brakes on. Just start very gently braking. There we go. There's a 40 mile per hour coming up anyway, which is just at that bridge, I believe. We'll just keep slowing this train down. There's the 40. Now the question is, that signal's just gone green. Is the signal behind it going to go green? Or am I going to be stuck behind that one too? I think this is a little unfair because it says pass at 34 minutes past, but I cannot because I've been stuck behind another train. So that's a little unfair, I would say. Oh, that looks green to me as well now. Let's go. So I'm 2 minutes late, but of no real fault of my own. Do not put it in the wrong gear. Right, so let's try to get this train up to 60. There's a train coming in the opposite direction. I can see the smoke, and I can just about make out the train. Although again, if I just left click, there we go. There it is. More danger, more, what's it called? Signal at danger? Yes. Red aspects or danger aspects up ahead. I'm not even going to get to 60 here. I think at this point I might as well just wait for that and ease off the throttle. There is really no point. Get ready to brake again. At least it keeps me very, this keeps me very alert. I have a lot to do, even though I'm not even stopping at a station. I have a lot to actually do. trying to put her brakes in nice and gently, getting the brakes in, and see, it should let, I'm assuming it should let me go past the first and really be asking me to stop at the second. That is what I'm assuming it's going to make me do. I'm just going to, there it goes. First one has gone green. I'm just going to wait for the second and end up being, again, just late. Now I do wonder how this is going to impact my final score. Not that I particularly care about the scores, but still. Perhaps this is a scenario that the developer needs to look at. Realistically, might as well just have stopped here. We'll leave that in neutral whilst I'm waiting. Suburban down 17. It is that train. Oh dear. These people are probably thinking, why have you stopped at this station and why are you not opening the doors? This train is not scheduled to stop at the station. At the platform? At the platform. I wonder how long I have to wait for this one. No, I'm going to try and creep. That's what I'm going to try and do. Let's creep forward. Just creep forward. Okay, I have no idea where that train actually is, because clearly even creeping forward is not going to help. Oh, now it goes green. Of course it does. Come on. Come on, train. You've got this. There we go. Now, if you're wondering how I know how to change or when to change the gears, when you are loading up and have selected your route and service to run, it tells you when to change the gears, but also just a bit of practice. So there is a tachometer right there. So if you just watch that tachometer, you have a rough idea as to when you are supposed to change gears. So for example, this one will run up to, I think it runs up to 41 miles per hour, but you'll notice as we get to around 37, 38 miles per hour, the RPM is built to such a point where the frame is shuddering a bit and rattling, and you know it's time to change. There it goes. Okay, we appear to have, well, now I'm stopping. The next stop here for me is a stop. So that is fine. Just did not get up to speed at all. And look how late I am. Unbelievably late. Start getting the brakes in, because I know I need them. we'll just slow down like that. So I am lapping the brakes a little, just to make it, just to ease the train in. There we go. 40% on the brakes, just easing the train into the station, or into the platform. In fact, at this point, I guess I can just coast it. Nope, that's not it. Yep, that's the coast. I am woefully late anyway, thanks to the train in front of me. So there's not much else I can do. Odd for this to all be 25 miles per hour. Doesn't look that sharp. It's that train. That was the train that was catching me out. I'm sure of it. Anyway, should probably enter the station at a slightly lower speed. There's 20, 18, 17. Yep, that will do. Just so I have an idea as to where I'm supposed to stop. Let's have a good look. What do we have? 6-car stop. Is there a marking for a 4-car stop? There is a marking for a 4-car stop, so I'll just stop it there. Now it's a 6-car stop. Alright, well, I'm going to make a guess and just say I'll stop the train, say here. Let's just stop the train here. Yeah, that looks good enough. 6 minutes late. Thank you, you. I assume it was that. In the meantime, I guess I can have a... Oh, the door's actually open now. That's new. It never used to happen. Take a look at that as a potential... Let's try and get a potential screenshot. Oh dear. There we go. Potential screenshots. Oh, the doors are closing. That's definitely new. That is definitely new. Oh, the doors are closing one at... Oh, the doors are closing one at a time, as if the guard is going down. That's cool. That's also very cool. This is the wrong side of the train. That's the right side of the train. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Anytime now. There we go. Well, that has, I think that has probably ruined any chance of a good score, which is odd. Maybe I was supposed to beat that train out somehow. I've no idea. From where, I also have no idea. Not sure it was actually possible. That's fine. I will probably show this to the developer and say something wrong here with the timings. Timetabling, bit awkward. It made for an engaging, certainly made for an engaging an engaging journey. But unfortunately not one that was on time. Let's see if, at least, let me see if I can get up to 60 this time. That is the goal now. Can I get to 60? I mean, I should be able to now because I'm doing nearly 50, so that shouldn't really be an issue, he says. There's a red signal ahead. No, wait, that could be because I've not yet arrived. I'm not close enough. Please turn green. Please turn green. Or clear. I've reached 60. That's a goal. That's a goal right there. And they've turned green. Fantastic. I got to 60. Now if only there's a 70 or a 75 I can move into. That would be even better. Warning anyone on the platform. This train is about to blast through at a high speed. At a high speed for the 1960s anyway. 6 minutes late, of course. I do wonder why there are double sets of signals so close to each other the entire way. That is an interesting one for me. I'm now also speeding. There we go, we're back to a more suitable speed. So I do find this interface really, really good, really helpful with it, the way things flash up and show. It's simple and it's effective. Just a very simple, very effective interface. I would not mind if the left-hand side, I would certainly not mind if it was a little smaller, and perhaps perhaps if there was a way to maybe make it a bit smaller, more compact. But in terms of just how it works, this works absolutely fine. Stand back from the edge of the platform, and all of that. 5 minutes late. I've clawed back a minute somehow. And there is a 25 mph section coming up. Great. I shall be aware of that. Of course, this being the 1960s, there are no Morpeth boards. It's just the speed limit boards. Nothing else. So we just have to make do as best as we can. Slow it right down. There's the 25. And as you can see, I've messed up this time because I got it all the way down to 19 miles per hour, which is not what I wanted to do. Okay, we are going to be passing through Warnow-Pelham. Is this downhill? I think it is. Yep, this is downhill. things you have to look out for. I could tell that was downhill. Let's try and get this back up to, well, we've got 40 and then 30. So I'll see what I do here. I think I'm probably going to just go for 30 and until we are around that curve, and then just try and go back up to 60. That's probably the wisest thing to do. I mean, I am very, very late anyway, so there's no point. There really is no point me trying to chase the time. That would be a silly thing to do. Just warning people. And there's the 60, just wait for all 4 cars to go through. Oh, this is just a tiny halt. That's great. 5 minutes late. Next passing point, Wade. This looks reasonable. There is a 40 coming up near Wade. I'm hoping, given that all these signals have been green for me, I'm hoping the next 2 signals also go green. But I'm still confused as to why there are 2 sets of signals really close to each other. That's still confusing me. Although that has given me an idea. That has given me an idea for my Transport Fever 2. Being closer to stations. Just going to slow down to 40. Off the throttle. There we go. Oh, that's probably the best I have done a slowdown for. Just make sure people watch it. It's just 40 through all of this. 4 minutes late. I'm getting better. I've made up 2 minutes. As if that really matters. I'm supposed to be at my destination in 15 seconds. I'm not sure I'm going to be making that. That much is for certain. But hey, it's kept me on my toes. And really, for a simulator, you want that. As I've pointed out before, for this sim, I think if we were to get a real railway, Great Western, put a few of the engines of the 70s and 80s on this, and I think this would be a winner, even just with that single route. The Great Western, just the whole Great Western, which I say a single route, there are many branches to the Great Western, so it would make sense to do something like that, as opposed to the East Coast main line, which is probably less interesting, or the Midland main line, or something like that, or the West Coast main line could be something that could be used, although I think part of that was Great Western at some point. bit of a downhill section. That should have been enough to slow it down, and it was. At this rate, I might even end up only 3 minutes late into Hatsford. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm going to be 4 minutes late into Hatsford. That's going to start blaring. There it goes. Absolutely fine. In fact, at this point, I'm just going to let the train coast. There's no point to me doing anything but letting the train coast. There's a red signal up ahead. Why has that not changed for me? It has changed. No, it hasn't. Stop the train. Oh, I'm going to jump that one. All because there's a train in the platform I want to be in. Yep. I know I've messed up. It's going to tell me go roll back. Well, that's going to cost me. But to be completely honest, there's a train there. So I'm not really going to be able to do much else, am I? Where's the signal? There it is. No, don't emergency brake. Leave that in neutral. Really? Wait, where'd the train go? Where did the train go? Well, that's weird. That's really weird. I thought the train would have driven out and gone somewhere. It appears to... Unless, did it continue? No, this is the end of the line. Oh, it's... Right. End of the line. This is probably a portal. So, for those of you who have played train sim titles before, there are portals in a lot of train sim titles that allow trains to come in and out, pass through. This looks like it's near Dover with the cliffs in the distance. Oh, of course, I've been here before. Quite some years ago. I remember this. It isn't a portal, it is literally an end of the line. I'm just confused as to what's happened there. Get the train all the way down. So what you do here is you alight from the train and you jump on the boat. That is what you do here. Now we'll just go ahead and stop the train. Press escape to complete run. 5 minutes late. Shall we see what the damage was? Yeah, I'm not sure that's fair. So what did I lose? What did I lose time for? So yep, that's fine. Sure. Apparently I braked too hard or accelerated too hard, but that's probably what I've lost a massive amount of time. 37 minutes late. Oh well. That is, I suppose, the end of that. So that route was from here, Haverfordwest, all the way to Hatsford. I think I've done Haverfordwest up to Charlie before. I've not really explored this area, nor this area here. So maybe I should look for something like that in the next one. Or I could take this route and see what there is here. Good for streaming class. Yeah, look at those. They look reasonable. St Padding's Cross. I think that's a mix of Paddington and King's Cross and St Pancras. Wonder what the other stations in London would be if we were to try and put those all in. So yes, I might do something like this next time. Maybe let's see if there's a main fast. Oh, I have done one line before, but that is not the line I'd want. Potentially, I could do a class 40. I could do that one. That would be interesting. So start at the main portal and just blast your way all the way through St Padding's Cross. Or an express train doing the same sort of thing. That would be interesting. An intercity, same sort of thing. Just on your way out or on my way in. I might do one of those. So there we go. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Diesel Railcar Simulator. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Any suggestions you might have. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. Link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me. Thank you very much for watching once again. And I shall see you next time in Diesel Railcar Simulator.